Well, firstly, good morning. My name's Amy Hill and I'm a director on the board of Pickleball Australia. It's a real honour to be here with you all this weekend. It's also a really great privilege for me to be representing the President of Pickleball Australia, Jen Ramamurthy, who unfortunately couldn't be here with us this weekend, but she sends her apologies and I know that she sends her best regards to all of you. Can I start by thanking everyone in the GPF and USA Pickleball for your wonderful hosting yesterday, and all involved for the incredible efforts in bringing us all together for what's been an incredibly valuable and informative experience. Being relatively new to the world of pickleball myself, I've learnt much from you all already. Now, if you played against me yesterday in the round robin, my secret is out. I am not a pickleball player. I'm certainly not a pro pickleball player. And someone asked me a really good question yesterday. They said, if you're not involved in pickleball, how and why did you end up in pickleball and on the board of Pickleball Australia? And the answer for me is really simple. I believe deeply that sport is a force for good in the world. And sport has the power to transcend everything: race, gender, politics, age, ability, financial status. And pickleball is the most powerful example I've seen of that in my 25 years working across sport. My own parents sent me a text message last night, very proudly telling me that they had purchased their first pickleball set for their farm in regional Victoria. They know I'm here and they want to be involved in some way and share in the excitement of pickleball. Now, they are in their 70s. And for all the years I've worked in sport, worked in swimming, they never built a swimming pool. And for the almost 10 years I worked in Formula One and MotoGP, they never bought a race car and they never bought a motorcycle. And why is that? It's because this sport is accessible. It's inclusive and it is within the grasp of everybody. Now, they forgot to buy a net, so they're going to be playing over the farm fence with the cows, but it's okay, they'll still be playing pickleball. So the OPF was established in August 2023 as a joint initiative of Pickleball Australia and Pickleball New Zealand to facilitate the development of pickleball across all of the Pacific Islands. And it was really driven and enabled by a shared love of the sport that exists across the region, the close connections already held within those communities, but also a shared knowledge of the challenges and the complexity of distance and access to affordable resources and expertise. So our vision at the OPF is to see pickleball established and growing as the ultimate accessible sport across all Pacific Islands, with a mission to nurture the region's wide network of members to facilitate the expansion of pickleball play, whilst developing a valued structure of support services for national organisations. Our current key objectives, of which there are 4, include connecting with all independent nations and territories that play pickleball and supporting the establishment of formalised organisations. It's connecting with citizens of Pacific nations who play pickleball elsewhere to facilitate their introduction and development of pickleball in their home nations. It's providing officiating and coaching opportunities led by Australia to other nations in the region. And it's the establishment of the Oceania calendar and first Oceania championships. Now, we've made some progress, and the progress to date includes the affiliation of 7 member countries, with 4 others identified with a strong pickleball presence in the pipeline. Membership growth in all affiliated nations. Regional tournaments and competitive play across our region. Local government partnerships established for the development of facilities and more places to play. And Pickleball Australia collaborating across the region to support an officiating program across Oceania. Pickleball was recently recognised as the fastest growing sport in Australia. Over 90,000 people played pickleball in the last year alone. Now, that number may seem small in contrast to some other regions, but let me tell you, it is very, very hard to break Australians out of their long rusted-on support of particular sports. So that number should be understood in the context of how much we do not like changing from our traditional sports. It's incredible. That extensive growth and development within that Australian context really enables us to accelerate our support and the development across the broader region. We acknowledge at Pickleball Australia, as the largest and best resourced nation in our region, that it's vitally important for us to continue to support other Pacific nations. A real key current and emerging priority for us that's being considered first in an Australian context and then more broadly across the region, is for us to identify the most fit-for-purpose governance and operating structure nationally, with a view to ensuring that the sport is nimble, responsive, poised for future growth, and most importantly, operating a highly efficient manner, where there's no duplication of resources, so that everyone's minutes in their day are of value and are generating value across the region. So we're looking at governance oversight to competition through to club level and grassroots development. It's a complex thing to do in any setting, particularly in sport, but it's one that we're absolutely committed to. So we're working toward identifying that best case governance and operating model that best serves our members and players, but also further accelerates our growth, expands the places that we have to play, and ensuring a single, clear and cohesive oversight structure for the sport and clear pathways for those participating in the sport, no matter their point of entry or their ability. Thank you.